helping you find your happiness, turning negative thoughts into positive ones. Today, we're doing more research into a topic that affects all of us at some point in our lives: negative thoughts and how we can transform them into a positive mindset. We've all been there. Those moments when our inner critic takes over and we find ourselves stuck in a cycle of pessimism. But what if I told you that with some practice and the right techniques, you could rewire your brain to focus on the positive? Now, I know what you might be thinking, but my negative thoughts are really difficult for me to deal with at times. Trust me, I understand. But stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have some practical tools to start shifting your perspective. Let's start by understanding why our brains tend to focus on the negative. It's actually a survival mechanism that's been with us since ancient times. Our ancestors needed to be alert to potential threats, so their brains evolved to pay more attention to negative experiences. This tendency is called negativity bias, and while it might have kept us alive in the past, it's not always helpful in our modern world. But here's the exciting part. Our brains are incredibly adaptable. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections throughout life. This means we can actually train our brains to focus more on the positive. In fact, later in this video, I'll share a simple daily exercise that can help rewire your brain for positivity in just a few weeks. Now let's talk about some practical strategies for turning those negative thoughts around. The first step is awareness. Often, we don't even realize how many negative thoughts we're having throughout the day. So try this. For the next few days, whenever you catch yourself thinking negatively, make a mental note or even jot it down. This simple act of noticing can be eye-opening. Once you're more aware of your negative thoughts, it's time to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this negative thought based on actual facts or just my interpretation? Am I jumping to conclusions? What would I say to a friend who shared with me they had this same thought? This process is part of what psychologists call cognitive restructuring, basically changing the way we think about situations. Let's look at an example of how cognitive restructuring works. Imagine someone who didn't get invited to a coworker's party. Their initial thought might be, "Nobody likes me at work." This is a negative thought that could lead to feelings of rejection and low self-esteem. Using cognitive restructuring, we can challenge this thought. Is this thought based on facts? The only fact we know is that this person wasn't invited to one party. Are we jumping to conclusions? Yes. We're assuming that not being invited to one event means nobody likes us, which is quite a leap. Are there alternative explanations? Maybe the party was small, or for a specific group of people. Perhaps the coworker assumed this person was busy or wouldn't be interested. Through this process, we can reframe the thought to something more balanced and realistic. Like, not being invited to this party doesn't mean I'm disliked at work. I have positive relationships with several coworkers, and there could be many reasons why I wasn't invited to this particular event. This reframed thought is less likely to trigger negative emotions and more likely to lead to constructive actions, like focusing on building workplace relationships or planning social activities with colleagues. Now let's talk about the power of gratitude. Numerous studies have shown that regularly practicing gratitude can significantly improve our emotional well-being. A 2003 study by Emmons and McCullough found that participants who kept a daily gratitude journal reported higher levels of positive emotions, greater life satisfaction, and even better sleep quality compared to those who didn't. So, how can you introduce this practice of gratitude into your daily life? Start small. Each day, try to identify 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee or a kind word from a colleague. The key is consistency. Over time, this practice can help shift your focus from what's going wrong to what's going right in your life. Now let's mention something important. Turning negative thoughts into positive ones doesn't mean ignoring genuine problems or always putting on a happy face. Sometimes, negative thoughts are warning us about real issues that need addressing. The key is to approach these issues with a problem-solving mindset rather than getting stuck in a cycle of pessimism. Remember that exercise I mentioned earlier? Here it is, the 3 good things exercise. Every night before bed, write down 3 good things that happened that day and why they happened. They can be big or small. Maybe you finished a project at work, or perhaps you saw a beautiful sunset. The why part is important because it helps you recognize the role you play in creating positive experiences. A study published in the Journal of Happiness Studies found that participants who did this exercise for just 1 week reported increased happiness and decreased depressive symptoms for up to 6 months afterwards. It's a simple yet powerful way to retrain your brain to notice and appreciate the positive aspects of your life. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize that transforming negative thoughts into a positive mindset is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, and that's okay. Be patient and kind to yourself as you practice these techniques. Remember, every time you challenge a negative thought or focus on gratitude, you're creating new neural pathways in your brain. So, are you ready to start your journey towards a more positive mindset? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, your mind is powerful and you have the ability to shape your thoughts in a way that serves you best. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, share it with your friends so we can bring you more ideas. For more videos like this to help elevate your happiness, hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get notified of our next post. Thanks for watching.